Indigenous Mazatec people, who have ingested the psilocybin mushrooms as their primary sacrament in ceremonies for millennia. Her joy was infectious. Françoise's emphasis on bringing realizations gained from expanded states of consciousness into daily life deeply resonated with me. Over the years, I have found her approach, which combines psychological understanding and plant medicine wisdom, to be both life-affirming and deeply healing. This book began from a genuine need within our community of clinicians and healing practitioners for a comprehensive resource and guidebook for working with the preparation and integration of expanded states. It's been an honor to deepen my apprenticeship and assist Françoise in the endeavor of bringing this book to life. We began by compiling transcripts and notes from her lectures, interviews, and trainings. Gradually, the book found its own breath and directed us as how to proceed. The practical wisdom contained in this book comes from Françoise's rich life experience, as well as her dedicated study and apprenticeship with her teachers, and in turn, her teachers' teachers. A living lineage travels to us through the generations, manifesting as the alchemical relationship between teacher and student, passing from heart to heart, lovingly tended through time up to the present. As we are touched by such a living lineage, we are connected to the original wellspring of our shared human inheritance. The love and potency of these ancient medicine ways are now emerging and rippling out into the wider community. What we do now, how we hold and apply the gift of this precious technology, is of utmost importance if it is to guide us and our world toward deeply needed reconnection, regeneration, and reunion with ourselves and all of life. Christina Hunter, January 1st, 2019, Berkeley, California.
Introduction: Weaving Worlds. It was an October morning in 1976 that I arrived on my motorbike to the campus of Paris 8 University to utter pandemonium. Hundreds of students were rushing around the central courtyard, while others sat perched high above along a wrought iron fence. Some held signs and others were shouting into megaphones, urging us to organize. The outrage and euphoria in the air was palpable. I asked a passing student what was happening, and she explained that the government had broken the agreement, so funding to our university had been dramatically reduced. "We've been lied to, all the faculty is on strike," she exclaimed and walked off. I felt the pain of this betrayal, yet invigorated by the collective fervor as I stood in the courtyard surrounded by the throng of empowered young people demanding their rights. I was 20 years old and had been studying psychology at the experimental university that was gifted to the students following the French social revolution and consequential reform of May 1968. The student protests and faculty strike continued for weeks, rendering me unable to continue my studies. At the time, many young Europeans were leaving their homes to explore North Africa, Asia, India, and Central and South America, and, feeling inspired and curious, with no school to return to, my boyfriend and I decided to take the opportunity to travel the world. We got jobs at the post office for a few months in order to save for our trip, intending to journey across the Americas until we ran out of money. We bought one-way tickets to New York City and hitchhiked through North, Central, and South America for 9 months, exhilarated to encounter new lands and cultures. By the spring, we had arrived in Tarabuco, Bolivia, a small Andean village on a high valley floor, 11,000 feet above sea level. The town was modest, the streets lined with low, simple adobe homes. Most of the roads were dirt, and the evening winds from the mountains would blow swirling clouds of dust along the market stalls. Men and women walked around in traditional woven clothes, colorful striped ponchos, and head coverings reminiscent of 16th century Spain. Everyone would gather in the cobblestone plaza at market time to sell produce, often walking miles from their family farms in their multicolored outfits. I quickly